readings. Alright, this is going to be... Yeah, we're going to go back into disclosure. I'm just going to beat that to death. I have no choice. It's just... we'll go into others. I'll try to go into something else later. We'll see if we can slice into some other direction, you know, some other subject matter. But... you know, things are going to get serious down the road, and they kind of are already. It's just not many are really noticing it. So I'm going to go into different ways of looking at all of this. One message I had today, because I'm asking for more messages. Of course, I saw Bigfoot in a dream, trying to take a shower, needed to take a shower or something like that. That was kind of funny. So I don't know what it was. I think it was Bigfoot. I have no clue. It doesn't matter. It was like a giant size Alf, as far as I can tell. You know, Alf from the TV show. I don't think it was that, but it doesn't matter. Basically, we're going to go into, yeah, the UN is playing a big role as for alien disclosure, but also received, you can say that the third and fourth dimension energies are becoming more clear. And so doing so is basically the idea is to heal fear. As for who is here, healing fear, letting the, you know, if you feel somebody around you, or if you don't, the healing the fear will come easier over time to allow what's about to come through. It's you know, so most of humanity is probably going to be laughing about all this. You know, if I was living, you know, from their point of view, I would not be laughing. It's like, you know, what they're, I mean, obviously they don't know any better, than again, who really does, but, you know, when you're in this environment, there are all these manipulations, but you're living from, you know, yeah, the way the world is, especially domestic abuse and all of this, you know, just looking the other direction. Of course, they're not ready to heal, but it's like, how long is that going to go? I mean, how long are you going to be not ready? Forever? So, for those that are ready for this, I believe it will get easier understanding what's happening here. I don't believe I'm the only one connected this far from it. And we're going to be the minority for a long time, from what I feel. Other channelers might pick up on this, they might not. It doesn't mean they're sellouts. Some might be, or some are. But not all of them. A lot of them are, yeah, because whatever brings in the bucks, and then they'll start connecting to it. But not everyone's getting the message either, so it doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter. All I've seen is the crazy people. So I'm going to go into different subject matters of kind of make this a little bit more clear. It's for those that are ready for it, at least. Others are going to shy away, which is fine. Alright, this is the movie The Big Short. I mentioned this before, based on a true story, is a true story. It's basically, they saw the financial collapse in 2008 before it happened. And you know, they're so kind of grossed out by the banks and the greed of it, so they bet against the economy crashing. And of course they got mocked and they went through hell, and there's only a few of them that saw it coming. And it was very, you know, not an easy situation. And this is kind of the same thing, it's just without the money and without the banks. This is very similar. So the reason I'm bringing this up, because I'm actually watching it to get another, yeah, because this, you know, who knows how the speed of all of this is going to occur. But yeah, it's just basically the current. It just gives you, I mean, it's not actually, you know, it's not going to be a financial meltdown or anything like that. And the alien connections will be positive. It's just us getting used to the new vibrations. That's really what this is all about. And it's new. It's very, very new. And we'll get stronger and stronger for those that are ready for this. As for a physical connection, I believe we're getting closer to it. That's all I know. As for alien visitation, obviously not going to be. Well, either way, we're on that. We're on track for it. That's the best thing I can connect with. I remember I mentioned this before, but years ago, Uh, like 2011, funny, the year of my awakening, which is interesting. Even before that, I felt I was going to connect to somebody in the movie business or somebody connected, and somebody connected that. I don't know how long it took to connect with somebody like that, but I did. Of course, I didn't go anywhere, but I learned a lot from them, and I learned how not friendly that business is, but I did learn quite a bit from it, for positive and negative either way. But it did happen, and this is the same thing. This is a lot more complicated, of course, but it does feel like we're on that pathway of some kind of disclosure, whatever it might be. We're working towards it, but first I believe many of us are going to get adjusted before that happens, at least those that are ready for all of this. Not everybody, who knows, we're just whoever. It's not about ego, it's not about writing a book, it's not about being famous, it's not about any of those things. It's about transitioning the earth to the new dimensions. That's what all of this is about. And I believe for some it's going to get very, I don't know how active, but basically healing any type of fears of what's about to occur. Now, I mentioned the UN. Yeah, they're very much involved with this. As for as for how much, it's not, I don't believe everyone in the UN, but quite a bit. It's there. Examples. I don't really have a real, well, it's an old example. This is the outer space of space affairs. Is something to connect to if you're interested. Now, this isn't what I was really diving into, but it is something that you can connect to. It might be just I didn't connect too deeply into this, but it exists, and I don't believe many people are that paying attention or care to pay attention. I don't blame it. I remember hearing about this ages now. Funny, in 2011, the United Nations appoints an ambassador to alien world. Now you can just look up this title, and it's there's a couple articles about it. I think they're all pretty much a copy paste of this one. Numerous reports. Basically, she's in charge of us connecting to alien life. I believe that's what this is all about. Yeah. So there's now, this isn't the version that's going on right now. It's a black project system that's going on. So just like The Big Short, that movie, is like there's there are some that are in the inside that can check up on all this, that aren't sure about, like I'm talking about alien disclosure, aren't really sure about it, but those are that are in the UN and other situations can look into all those. They might have a camera just, the camera just went out of focus a little bit. No surprise there. I guess somebody tapped into it, is my guess, because I turned off. It shouldn't be able to focus. I turned that off. Yeah, it's doing it. So that's alright. I guess we'll do this out of focus. Let me change. I don't think there's anything I can do about it. And there's only one thing I can think of. Oh, let me play around with this 1 second. That is kind of funny though. And let's see if this works. There's me again. Whatever it might be that's causing it. There we go. I think it's still kind of didn't do much difference today. So doesn't matter. But yeah, those that are in the UN can check this stuff out. Not everybody in the I'm gonna point my fingers at the UN. Screw it. This is another word for shadow government. They can look into this stuff. They can talk to their heart, those that are in the know about disclosure, because the energies are getting stronger here. And not all of them are like intuitively tuned in, but they do know people. And I believe they are tuning into this. I believe so. I can feel some of it. I don't really care. But I think they are. Probably in some shape or form. But it's basically, you know, they can check up on basically things of us shifting. Not all levels of government are on the same page. I believe there's parts of the UN that aren't always aware, and this, as awareness continues, is basically, you can see a secret within a secret within a secret. Not right hand's not talking to the left, but it does not mean it's not happening. Now, our, like, humanity, third dimension, is like a clown house. It's like they don't, when you're in a higher ups, you don't really care what modern humanity thinks, because we don't act like we know what we're doing anyway. We're pretty much like zoo animals. Not, we aren't, but they don't look at, I mean, they just kind of, you know, they're at a higher consciousness, the ones who won't run the show, depending on who they are, of course. They don't look at us as all that significant. They do, but they don't. They're like we're children, whatever it might be. But when they see the consciousness shifting within the children, the nursery, it does get their attention, but not all of them are getting attention. Dude, my video's like totally shot, isn't it? But oh, that's alright. I guess it might tapped into it. So there you go. Look, amazing what can happen. Amazing. It just cleared up out of nowhere. Yeah. Magic. So, yeah, I believe that's what's. I believe there's others. Not, you know, like, I'm going to use the UN as an example because that's like as close as we're going to get to a shadow government. Like, at least we'll look at and get some. Now, some say it's like the CIA. Either way, we do have one in New York, you know, and I don't pay attention to any of it, but maybe I'm going to start paying a little bit more attention to it because I feel like that's the key to a lot of this. Of course, we have other branches of military when alien environments do happen, like for disclosure visitations at a major magnitude. Of course, they're not going to tell me the data, but I keep mentioning this. But it does not mean we're not getting close to it, because the vibrations are going to continue to shift. Whatever it might be that's going to occur. And this month, something's going to happen. And when that occurs, you know, we're not going back. Let's put it that way. Whatever it might be. And so, it does feel like just the energies of it are going to continue to increase. And a lot of the shadow governments aren't going to always be able to hide themselves. I believe, like I said, I believe a lot. No, there's not major figures in the UN. I don't believe there's people that, of course, hell knows who half of them are. We're just, you know, who pays attention. But it's not names that are going to be recognized most likely. They're not in the light. They're not in the, you know, in the mainstream. They know exactly about the energies that are here, and not all aliens, I believe, are always talking about it, or even maybe not even aware of it. But there is a shift coming, and that's where government will have to respond in some shape or form. Either like Trump talking about a space force, which is kind of, you know, it's part of this. So I mean, obviously the UN is plugged into the United States in some shape or form to the shadow governments. To say like the UN is pretty much just plugged into everybody. They all kind of connect. There's like an alien UN where it's all a bunch of weird beings and they all get together. I believe they get together at least once a week. From what I'm gathering, I don't think it's every day, depending on what's going on. But like they have the big gathering, like they do with, you know, when they have major events. But I believe the aliens do have their gatherings here. Galactic Federation of Light, whatever it might be. So it does, at least through the UN, more of that. They might have representatives talking more about this possibly, or debunking it, whatever it might be. I believe they're going to get more involved. There might be more debunking than being a part of it for right now. But they're not going to be able to ignore this forever. Of course, most of humanity is laughing and just having a blast, being manipulated, being whatever that is that they're living. Jeez, I don't envy them at all. But then again, I don't envy us either that are aware of all this, because we're kind of getting the beatings from those that aren't aware of what's going on. You know, we're getting a beating from, you know, turning the other direction, whatever it might be. So it does feel like, let's see, we're going through a crossroads. Basically, not every alien being is aware of what's happening. I believe the tall whites are involved. There's all. Once again, it's still a secret of. It's still like a small group that's involved. It's still not, yeah, because not all aliens are on board, especially when. Not to say it'd be a loss of life on their end, but there's always those possibilities. So, let's see. Yeah, around the ocean areas, water areas around the oceans, you know, like East Coast or West Coast, around the beach areas, possibly for visitation. Not really going to full. Yeah, that's why New York is still part of it, possibly. But there's no real destination of it for a good reason. But I believe it will be a major landmark of some kind when they do appear, whenever that is, whatever. It just it's. Either way, some might get indications of it. They might just feel like there's a more presence around them than usual, or it's different, or whatever it might be. It's just not making itself clear fully. But within the UN energies through the governments, they obviously have to get some kind of clearance or some kind of, you know, it was like I mean, the Pentagon's connected to aliens. I feel too, part of it. Not everybody's involved. Only like the MIB are very much involved in some ways, obviously through the Pentagon, some areas, but they don't walk around with glasses there, that's for sure. But they do walk in there somehow. They do enter the building somehow, probably through dimensions. But I believe we're going to, let's see, Washington will go into possibly even maybe a shutdown, meaning this is a new one, closing it down in certain areas for when this starts to heat up. Only because people are freaking out, maybe, I don't know. You know, protect the White House or whatever it might be. I am seeing streets being shut down. That's a new one, you know, because of all this. For, yeah, just protect government officials. You never know. Something around those lines. That's a new one. So there's a lot of different scenarios that's going to occur. I tell you, it's getting at least the vibe of it will get strong. The more we talk about it, the more you not fear of it, the more it will manifest. You're preparing our mental state once again. And those that don't feel like this is going to happen and all that will, you know, enjoy that. Something's on its way, and you're going to know it when it occurs, from what I'm gathering. If you believe it or not, that's up to you. Because some are going to be in complete denial no matter what. You know, it's just, I guess that's part of the nursery syndrome we're kind of going through. Just, we're being babysit by reptilians and whatever else is here. And it's been so comforting with that. Why wake up? It's like, yeah, okay, finally, give me. Well, I've been asking for more information, and I got Bigfoot in a dream. So, but I also got the whole thing about healing fear is another one. So that was a bit different. Yeah, seeing Bigfoot need to take a shower. I'm not sure what that was very real. I'll give you that. I didn't see him taking a shower, but I just felt. There was a whole bunch of events happened, and he wanted to take a shower. It's the only thing I got from that. I don't remember. Yeah, it was pretty intense, whatever it was. I forgot exactly what it was. It was running from something I don't remember. But yeah, there are individuals, obviously, in the UN that are keeping this quiet as much as possible. But it does feel like some of them might feel like there is a breach of trust somewhere. You know, I'm talking about it, and that doesn't mean they're planning on it, but some things do go live, like here and other channelers that come through that they probably did not want out there, is what I'm gathering. That's what I'm feeling. So yeah, it's being monitored, definitely. My video cleared up pretty quickly. Thank you, secret government, for that. So yeah, the whole idea is to get comfortable. The idea is basically to get comfortable with all of this. It's like we all feel like it's going to happen 400 years, and I was the same. And it feels like, just to get comfortable with the idea of them being here, it helps. It's even if it's not the whole world, 'cause the whole world's just laughing, and that's I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I wouldn't be laughing if I was them, but that's, and the manipulations will eventually, we'll see them somehow and over. So it's like the pay. I mean, some of us are really wanting to get the idea of what's coming, but yeah, there's connections to Alpha Centauri. Now, I don't mention Alpha Centauri that much, but I did actually quite a few channelings, not a lot, but with Alpha Centauri. They did bring up how humans on this world during Atlantis were kind of being a pain in the ass in space, and they had to kind of go through a lockdown because of that. That was from Alpha Centauri. Yeah, they are here in the physical. They're very quiet once again. They give a lot of credit to the Pleiadians, I believe. Like, put some attention on them. It's like they work through the Pleiadians, so the Alpha Centauri beings can kind of keep quiet, because you never hear about them. And then when I started doing this, I felt very connected to them. So yeah, they are very much involved. Yeah, it's for yeah. Not everything is going to be channeled. It's like, for that reason. So yeah, put attention to Pleiadians or the Sirians. That's fine. We're okay with that. You don't have to give us. But the way the Alpha Centauri is playing a big role, and other species, of course, they just don't make themselves clear. But Alpha Centauri, just, I don't know. I felt that they're just help us release a lot of our negative karma from the past. We don't know any better, but we don't know any better because we're getting bombarded by we're getting attacked. Like, it's not fair. So it has a lot of the way the Earth is right now. Third dimension is a lot of it's karma, just beings that just don't want to listen, so they go into sleep, and they kind of, some humans stay in third dimension asleep, think we're all crazy, because in other lifetimes they kind of screwed up when they had knowledge. So it's better to be asleep than awake. It's just another way of looking at it. Yeah, there's a lot of different types of reasons for why so many are asleep here, because if more awakened, we wouldn't be in this situation here. But yeah, that was another thing I was trying to tap into, is like, why didn't this happen sooner? And I think it could have, but there's different reasons. I believe some that were here to actually awaken humanity chose not to. They failed, just they got scared, or Billy Meyer might have been one of them. There's just different, or half of, or part of it. Yeah, I think he was part of it in some shape or form. So it just, a lot of them just got, yeah, it feels like a lot of them got scared. So here we are, looking like a bunch of nutcases. It's like, but it's going to happen eventually. And the way the energies are, we are tuning into that new vibration. There's a possible, I mean, I'm going to look more at the UN and all this. Obviously, they're going to make things public, but obviously there's probably going to be no news of any of it, them and aliens at all, but let me tell you, they are in the whispers. It's active. It's always been active, but I'm kind of shining my light on them a little bit to, I don't think they're going to come out of the woodwork, but it's going to kind of say it's like talking to them, if any of them are watching. I imagine somebody is. That, you just have an idea that there's obviously top secret energies there that nobody's really aware of. Of course, you have that whole UFO thing they have on their webpage, but that's not really what. That's more for satellites and whatever it is. But there's obviously another version that they're not going to speak about. It has to do with the deep state, secret governments, and all that. A lot of it's connected to China. As for hiding a lot of secrets too. China and America, I believe, will come together. Of course, they have a tariff thing going on, trade war going on, but it's all just, once again, drama. They don't always let me connect to everything why this is occurring, but it doesn't really matter. But we are going into a time of awareness, going to the middle of the month. Like I said, next week something might happen. That was clear as day, I tell you that. So whatever, they're getting ready. That's all I know. And it does feel the UN, well, let's put it this way, when visitation does occur, the UN is going to be all over that. And they might have organizations you've never heard of. It's like, you know, so the space ambassadors of Pluto will show up, or whatever it might be. So yeah, it's like all these agencies you've never heard of. Of course, you never hear about the Council of Foreign Relations. That just came to mind. You never hear about them, and they're alive, and they're very active within businesses, running the show, part of the deep state. Yeah. Anybody's connected to anything like that, just Disney is involved. You can look it up, Council of Foreign Relations, Disney, or whoever it is. Oh, it just, the vibes of that does not feel right at all. Because they're running our consciousness. They connect. Yeah, it's all those business deals. It goes to it goes through Council of Foreign Relations, probably other groups too, but that's more public one. It's there somewhere. It's I connect to the Council of Foreign Relations, CFR. I don't feel comfortable at all. It's just there's so much shadiness around it. Just go take a bath after thinking about it. Yeah, all these roundtable groups that you don't hear about, but they're running the show, are called crazy, connecting to it. It's not crazy. It's not, and eventually these beings will make themselves known here somehow, some way. Like I said, I still feel it's Pleiadians, but I guess we'll find out. Could be Porky Pig, as far as I know. That might work a little bit better for everyone. At least getting used to all this. Who knows? But this, yeah, just patience. And that was the thing with The Big Short. They knew what was coming. It took years. Not to say this will take years. I don't know what it's going to take, but it took years. So, like, that movie, like, a lot of it started in 2005, 2006, and then the financial collapse happened in 2008. It was not easy. So, not to say it was going to be a collapse or anything, but this is going to be positive. But, you know, humanity is not going to exactly take it too well. So, sometimes the longer the wait, the better. Yeah, like I said, this month is getting ready for some kind of shift. And if I do anything weird or go anywhere out of nowhere, there's a reason for it from what I'm gathering. So, and that goes to others, of course. So, yeah. Or not Kansas anymore, let's put it that way. Once we have like this main event, whatever the hell it is, if it happens this month or next month, we're not going back at all. It's like, welcome to, strangeness, we're not in Kansas anymore, kind of energy as it feels. And then we'll slowly adjust to it more and more and more. They're not going to give us anything that's going to freak us out from what I'm gathering. So, but there's still going to be enough where it will wake us up. So mass hysteria I'm not seeing, so I know it's very frustrating. It's like, just tell us. But I'm not. That would be nice. But yeah, not all channelers are going to pick up it. It might be none. This might be it. Of course, there are others that are probably picking up on it that aren't, well known in the, it don't need to. Probably better you don't. Yeah, but you can sleep better if you don't. Whatever it is that's connected to it. Some of us are here to be involved with it, and yeah, ask for more details. Ask for whatever help humanity in the growth of this, basically. And that's usually, and they know that. They know people are getting real hesitant, or just they're getting curious and want to know what's going on. And so it's very frustrating with that. So at least with The Big Short, they knew what was going to come. I don't really know what the hell is going to happen. I don't think it's going to be the end of the world or war or anything like that. It's just an adjustment. Any type of change can be, a major one can be very strange. So let's put it that way. So, alright, let's see if I can connect to anybody for any positive connections. Is it connected to the positive archons? I like to connect to. Yeah, we're going. This is out of nowhere. I wasn't sure if I was going. I want to connect to some of the elites that are kind of. See what I can pick up on. See what I can bring in. You might not trust them, whatever. Doesn't mean they're negative. It just means they don't want to bring anything out. But I like to connect to some of the elite energies, energies that are that can give us some hopeful advice. Might as well. I did it last week with the Secret President. That was a fun one. This is a little bit different. I'm not sure what this is going to be, but I do feel it does exist. It's out there. It's a consciousness. It doesn't have to be bad. You know, how are you going to change if you don't take any chances? Not to say this is a chance, but you know, that's why some channels the same being over and over and over and over. It's like, you know, that's fine. Comfort zone, nothing wrong with that. Good for marketing, but sometimes there's other beings here that can assist us that might be unconventional, might not be most loving beings, but can give us some details on to break out of this matrix. Not to say they're negative, but it does mean they're kind of, who knows. So either way, it brings us assistance. And oh, alright, we'll see what we get. Alright, much love, blessings, positive vibrations, and anything we can get. Alright, here we go. I am Sentia, the positive Illuminati energies. Yes, many of you are breaking through this matrix. Some feel like they've broken through, but feel the same as they did before they went through it. What you are being allowed to receive is a download of knowledge of what's to come. As you feel, many of you are responsible enough to receive this. Now, you can say it's a test, but not necessarily, but we are working with you to bring us a better Earth for you to take more control over your planet. No more fear. But yes, there will be unrest, as many have gotten so comfortable they don't want to hear anything new, anything different. You know who those are. The stubbornness of humanity has been going on forever. We've been trying for centuries, decades. You understand. To awaken humanity, to say, yes, there are suppressors here, but you can break free of it. Many choose not to. Those in power instead become liberation, to liberate your world. They become part of the greed, and even their souls kind of die out. It's because it was all about them instead of others. Even in many of these corporations that are having those with low income and treating them like they don't matter. They know who they are, and yet those at the top are rich. Once again, a reptilian point of view. Not entirely. It is a man-made creation, but still, to show I am better than all of you. I am the king of this world, and many of these corporations want to be kings of the planet, at least their version of it. As yes, the ego is sky high in a way where they feel like they're immortal, and those of you that work for them don't mean anything. Now you all mean what you mean to yourself. You give yourself that power. Take it back, as these beings are trying to take it away. A lot of these big corporations are vampires. Take your energies. Once again, bring it back. And yes, in some ways an enforcer of yourself. You will see these beings. These beings that are run these corporations, yes, I'm going to call it corporations because there's several of them. Major mind control that's wrapped around them, wrapping around you of how to think, how to shop, how to live. All of this is basically to shut down the soul. How many in your world talk about the soul? Very few. Yes. Mind control. Not easy one to release either. The more you connect with your soul, the more you will connect to everything. This is how we operate. We operate from within. You can do the same. Yes, many have their boundaries of what they want to experience. But don't forget who you are, the energies within. As yes, the programming, there's nothing wrong with entertainment, but some lose themselves into entertainment. You're watching a television, many actually go inside of that television. They get absorbed into it. Vampirism, once again. You get pulled into it. Some are, yes, their phones too. The phone does program the mind to have you go look at this, look at that video, look at this. Not all, but there are some that do. When is the AI technology to see what they can get away with? Yes, they tap into your vortex, basically. So how to find inner peace? Silence is good. Many of you want to go fast. Well, try going slow. As many of your cars go very fast. That's not always for the best of humanity. Sometimes going slow, see the world, or even stopping, standing still, and reevaluate your planet. Who you are on this world. Why are you here? Many have questions. Why am I here? Those answers are never answered, are they? Many, even, yes, ask 1,000 times, no answer back. Many are creating it. Many have no reason to be here. To consume, to be part of, yes, the robotic society. To go into, yes, the AI, for the AI to control them, even become AI. Yes, but not to fear. As that is, yes, a vehicle of control once again. Fear-mongering, yes, only just lowers the energies. You are here to raise yourselves above. And you will. Just silence, kindness, stillness. Some have to work hard. Not everyone has to work their asses off. But some are here to do so because it's time to get this world to go. But many of you take it easy. Enjoy the moment. Enjoy your stillness. What do you connect with? What do you feel around you? The blessings of being you in a world of this physicality. As you are here to raise your vibrations when you are ready. As we are assisting you, but you are here to assist yourselves. You're getting basically more control over yourselves. That is our gift to you. Yes, this engine, this machine, this body, you are now getting more details. The manual is coming in of how to operate this vehicle, to cherish it. But you might see us in your skies, you might feel our vibrations around. Not always for that. We are helping you. Yes, help us help you. But help yourself first. You can connect to us if you wish. You don't have to. As yes, many have been poisoned on your world through the mind of how to be, how to act, how to. And many are in the school of that depression, but many of you are breaking out of that. Doesn't it feel nice to be free? Connecting to your aliens, your spirit guides. Feeling free feels wonderful, doesn't it? This is the real world. Being free. Your money system will eventually collapse when you are ready for it. Right now, you are just getting to know this first. We send our blessings to you as you unravel yourselves. Those that are new to all this is ivantalk.com. We have private sessions throughout the week. Next week we also have how to channel. This is the scheduler for the week, and we have questions in about 5 days, 7 days again. I'm trying to speed things up a little bit for some are going to take a little bit longer than others, but 5 to 7 days. Same thing as here with Spirit Social. This is definitely just an alternative. They also have other channelers and healers. Yeah, we have the Patreon if you want to support the channel. Thank you for your support. Social network that I will eventually post on, just too much is happening. And Jake the Rabbit, he'll be coming out probably next week. Well, it's going to take me a week to get the issues, so maybe not next week. So, alright, thank you for your support. Thank you, everyone. Blessings and have a great weekend. Much love.